We're down to our final 8 teams of the 2012 NFL season after Wild Card Weekend. We're going to recap what happened in our PFW spin cycle, joined by senior editor Eric Edholm. And Eric, not a very fun slate of games this weekend, not a lot of excitement. What did we learn from these 4 games?
Yeah, not very crisp football on a lot of occasions. The favorites won all 4 games. I think that was, there weren't any big surprises. I think the teams, 3 of the 4 teams that lost, weren't able to adjust well. And I think obviously the Vikings were dealt kind of a bad situation when Christian Ponder wasn't able to play. Clyde Christensen had to take over play calling there for the Colts. They were on the field a lot, but obviously it wasn't as crisp as it could have been. And then the Redskins had the situation with Robert Griffin. So a lot of sloppy offense, a lot of tough decision making there by the teams in charge. 3 of those 4 teams lost. The action wasn't that great, but now these teams that were all favored this week and won, they'll be underdogs next week.
You mentioned that sloppy offense, and I was thinking during that Ravens-Colts game that the Broncos and Patriots are sitting there, sitting pretty, looking how much those AFC teams struggled to score points. I know the Ravens ended up having a lot of yards in that game,
right,
but against a bad Colts defense, though. I mean, I'm sure Broncos and Patriots are very happy where they are, the way those 2 teams can score points. What was your biggest surprise from the weekend? Well,
the last rookie quarterback standing is Russell Wilson. It's not RG3. He was outplayed, obviously injured in that game as well. Luck couldn't get it done. He had some he made some great throws, but also had some problems finishing off drives as well for the Colts. So, Wilson, the guy who sometimes gets left behind in the Rookie of the Year discussion, is the guy who has a chance to go on the road yet again and get a victory at Atlanta. We'll see if he can get it done this week.
Certainly Russell Wilson arguably has the best team around him. You look at the defense of Marshawn Lynch. But keep in mind, this was not the guy that was supposed to start for Seattle. They spent a lot of money on Matt Flynn. We all knew RG3 was going to start. We all knew Andrew Luck, even Tannehill and Brandon Weeden. Russell Wilson was the one. We didn't know Pete Carroll took a chance. It's worked out pretty well.
He's rewarded him. He's been absolutely fantastic. There was a period in the beginning of the season where he didn't look like he was the man for the job. Hadn't really made any progress. Turned the switch on after that loss to the 49ers midseason. Has been great ever since.
Well, without a lot of great offense, no players of the week on that side of the ball, but you got a couple guys on defense that deserve the nod this week.
Enough about those offensive guys. I thought Paul Kruger did an outstanding job in the Ravens game. Really tore up off the edge. I thought it was a difference maker. Almost had 3.5 sacks, only ended up with 2.5, but did get a forced fumble as well. And then Clay Matthews Saturday night, having to chase Joe Webb around, still was able to get 2 sacks. The Vikings wanted to run the football. They got him out of that mode. Matthews pinned his hair back and got the forced fumble and a fumble recovery.
Pinned the hair back.
You like that, huh?
Yeah. It's a new one. I haven't heard that one before. Well, we could see a lot more offense next week when Denver, New England, Atlanta get in the fold. We know Green Bay and San Francisco can play in a shootout. They did so last week, but could lead to more sacks. You got Aldon Smith playing.
Absolutely. You
got Von Miller out there next week. Hopefully we'll get some more exciting football in the divisional round.
I think we will.
That's our recap of the wild card round and our spin cycle. For all the best analysis of the NFL, head to our website at profootballweekly.com.